We're coming to you live from our Auckland Park studios. This is Prime News on SABC 3. Here are the top stories making headlines.
All of us, let's work in the name of the people of South Africa.
Parliament's Ad Hoc Committee that is investigating corruption and political interference allegations in the criminal and security cluster has begun its work.
4 of them suspects are lying there. They are gone for good deed because they were taking chances.
4 suspects have been fatally shot during a shootout with police in Randfontein, west of Johannesburg.
The following fuel prices will be effective on Wednesday, the 6th of August 2025. Both grades of petrol will decrease by 28 cents a litre.
And the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy has announced the changes to fuel prices that will bring relief to petrol users, but diesel users will face higher costs. It's a touch after 8. Great to be in your company this evening. I am Paulette Nell. Let's jump into it with this leading story. Parliament's Ad Hoc Committee that is investigating corruption and political interference allegations in the criminal and security cluster has begun its work. This follows the allegations raised by KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner General Ntantla Mkhwanazi last month. The Ad Hoc Committee is considering summoning even jailed businessmen Vusi Kat Matlala and Katiso KT Mulefe.
Wants to get to the bottom of the allegations raised by Mkhwanazi. Its first order of business was to elect the chairperson of the Ad Hoc Committee. ANC MP Molapi Lekganyane was elected as the chairperson unopposed after EFF leader Julius Malema declined nomination.
Let's work in the name of the people of South Africa.
There was discontent about the ANC taking up the chairperson position.
But how do we garner public trust here this morning when we have a chairperson that has been elected from the very party where most of these people are embroiled in?
So an impression must never be created that we have a problem with you. We have a problem with the ANC occupying that position.
I was not sown here through the law of the ANC. There is only one law, which we used to say in members of parliament. That is the Republic, the law of the Republic of South Africa.
The draft program of the committee is set to be finalized on Friday. Parliament's legal advisors want to take statements from witnesses over the next 3 weeks.
To be identified. And of course, Chairperson, I'm saying this with the greatest of respect. What General Mkhwanazi said, Chairperson, on the 6th of July, 2025 is not evidence, Chairperson, in a technical sense. And of course, one would need a legal person to go around speaking to people.
And also a call to get testimonies from jailed, implicated people. The committee is set to consider its program next week. Kulelani Philip, SABC News, Parliament.
Suspects have been fatally shot during a shootout with police in Randfontein, that's in the west of Johannesburg. The suspects are believed to have been on their way to commit an armed robbery before they were intercepted.
What happened, we received an intelligence report from crime intelligence from the Eastern Cape about suspects who are planning a business robbery. They were going to rob a business person who was going to bank some money, and then they linked with us. We tasked and deployed our technical response team, TRT, Amaberet. We also then tasked our anti-gang unit to intercept them so that no crime is committed. For now, investigation is still on, but what I want to highlight also is that on the vehicle, we found the number plate that is placed on the vehicles. It's a false number plate. The correct number plates, we managed to find them in the boot. We managed to recover also a rifle with a lot of magazines. We managed to cover 2 pistols. For now, we don't know whether there's more arms or any other thing.
The residents of Laratong are up in arms over the power cuts in the western townships, that's including Vlakfontein and Tepisong. They argue that Johannesburg City Power is not honest in its communication about the installation of prepaid meter boxes. A local resident says City Power keeps talking about a planned installation of meter boxes each year during the winter season, whereas Laratong Township has been in existence for more than 2 decades.
27 years. Informal settlement, which is temporary.
We've been staying in Laratong Township for more than 27 years without proper electricity. Each year around winter, City Power promises that they will install prepaid meter boxes, but they do not stick to their promises. We do not have a problem with metered boxes and paying for electricity, but City Power keeps repeating one story each year and they fail to deliver.
Even now, we are still waiting for them.
Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lisufi has suspended the head of department Nontsikelelo Sisulu and the chief financial officer Mduduzi Malope of the Gauteng Department of Community Safety with immediate effect. The suspensions follow the conclusion of a forensic investigation by the Provincial Forensic Audit Unit within the office of the Premier, which uncovered financial irregularities in the department. The suspensions are a precautionary measure to ensure fair and unbiased investigations. Other news worth your attention this evening. Petrol prices for August will go down by 28 cents a litre for both grades of petrol from midnight. The Department of Mineral and Petroleum Resources says this is a result of lower oil prices and the stronger rand against the dollar.
Motorists can expect some relief at the pumps from midnight. According to the Department of Mineral and Petroleum Resources, the prices of 93 and 95 octane petrol will decrease by 28 cents a litre. It attributed this to lower oil prices and a stronger rand against the dollar during the period under review. Market analysts say motorists can expect to see more lower fuel prices going forward because of the OPEC Plus decision to increase oil output.
The point we're making is that if you think the economy is not going to grow, but at the same time you start having more supply, then unfortunately we will have an oversupply of oil in the market, and now it means that oil prices just have to go down.
The prices of diesel and illuminating paraffin at retail level will, however, see increases on Wednesday.
The following fuel prices will be effective on Wednesday, the 6th of August 2025. Both grades of petrol will decrease by 28 cents a litre. Diesel will increase by 63 and 65 cents a litre. Illuminating paraffin at retail level will increase by 43 cents a litre. And LP gas will decrease by 69 cents per kilogram and by 78 cents per kilogram in the Western Cape.
The average Brent crude oil price decreased slightly from $69.36 to $69.06 during the period under review. Nothando Makutulela, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Welcome back. Let's look into this now. Tensions are mounting at the Ziras-based Ramasula local municipality in the northwest. This after yet another municipal council sitting was disrupted in the wake of tussles over the mayoral position. Last month, council took a resolution to remove ANC councillor Dina Pitso as the mayor and elected another ANC councillor, Itumeleng Warabi.
A contingency of police was roped in to calm mounting tensions over the mayoral position following an array of ongoing disruptions.
The council took a resolution on the 9th of July to remove Mayor Dina Pitso as the mayor, and then it chose to elect me as the mayor, and then immediately after that Mayor Dina Pitso went to court, the Northwest High Court, and then the matter was struck off the roll. They went again on the 25th of July to court. The matter was again struck off the roll. So we've given enough chance to vacate the seat as the council have decided.
We took a resolution or a decision to challenge and interdict. However, I must indicate that we have lost on the part A of the agency of the matter. We are still waiting for part B, where court will have to hear the merits and demerits of the matter.
However, opposition parties bemoan the situation.
The council can't continue with this standoff. It's really impacting in terms of the council to perform its function and duty. It means that in terms of the services, the community will suffer.
There's a court order that's been taken place. It puts now Councillor Mubara in place as our mayor. Let us do our council work and let us get the things. We cannot carry on this. ANC needs to sort out their own infightings, but the work needs to carry on within council. Service delivery needs to take place on the ground.
It remains to be seen if the ongoing tension will subside. Zebulon Maine, SABC News, Zerast.
To this now, Minister of Mineral and Petroleum Resources, Gwede Mantashe, has expressed concern over the declining state of the country's natural diamond industry. Mantashe met with industry stakeholders to discuss a strategic response to the growing market for lab-produced diamonds.
Small and large-scale miners gathered in Kempton Park for a reflection on the country's over 100 years diamond industry. The meeting was convened by Petroleum and Mineral Resources Minister Gwede Mantashe. Mantashe says it can't be business as usual when the once glorious diamond sector is facing threats.
The natural diamonds are under siege in many ways. The market is depressed, the price of diamond is down, lab-grown diamonds are eating in our lunch. So we are coming here with an initiative which is globally, which we discussed in Luanda.
De Beers is one of the large diamond producers in the country and says it's also facing headwinds hampering growth. Demand's executive chairperson is Barend Peterson.
We need relief measures in the interim because we need to be alive and we need to be around for the turnaround. So I am today pleased to confirm that we, as the BS, support the 1%.
The day's discussions centered around beneficiation, exploration and financial support, with concerns also raised around the US tariffs on South Africa and its impact to the mining sector. South Africa is looking to go back into the top 5 diamond producer space globally, and those here believe a ramped-up marketing of naturally mined diamonds will help in achieving this. Katlego Logodi, SABC News in Kempton Park. Out in the Western Cape, a number of pro-Palestine demonstrators gathered outside the Cape Town High Court while an application for an interdict was filed. It was brought by Cape Union Mart International and the group executive chairperson Philip Kravitz to interdict individuals and the Palestine Solidarity Campaign from alleged unlawful actions by protesters outside some of its retail premises.
Organizations including the Palestine Solidarity Campaign chanted slogans and held placards outside the High Court. The group says the interdict sought by Cape Union Mart and Philip Kravitz is an attempt to silence them. Small groups of people have gathered outside these stores since November 2023, alleging, among others, that Kravitz and the company is making financial contributions through various means to Israel and is complicit in genocide. This amid the ongoing conflict and dire humanitarian crisis in Gaza.
And they're using a slap suit, a strategic legal application to block our protests and policies that we embark upon to expose such things.
Members of the public, as well as the organization South African Jews for a Free Palestine, participated in the demonstration. In a written response to the SABC, Cape Union Mart confirmed it filed an application for an interdict, It says during protests at its stores, it is falsely claimed that Cape Union Mart is funding genocide, the Israeli army, the conflict in Gaza, and advancing claims of complicity in killing of children. Stating categorically that it has never donated funds to the Israeli army or government, the matter has been stood down and the merits of the case is expected to be heard in the near future. Mariska Botha, SABC News, Cape Town.
Thank you for staying with us. To this now, Deputy President Paul Mashad says that many municipalities in the country are underperforming due to financial difficulties. He was speaking during the launch of the Clean Cities and Towns campaign in Bloemfontein.
City of Roses, Bloemfontein is now home to many illegal dumping sites. This has raised serious concerns about health. Mashad stressed the need to keep the city clean.
We in government are now working on a plan to fix municipalities. In fact, the Minister of Culture has presented a report to Cabinet, which we are going to discuss to say, how do we assist our municipalities? Because some of the municipalities are not able to perform these critical services because they don't have economic base.
The Mangaung Metro Municipality says it's working on turning the situation around to keep the metro clean despite its financial challenges.
We're going to clean to an extent of making sure that our spaza shops, our surroundings, illegal immigrants and all other related matters that need cleanliness, we're attending to them. And I promise you, we'll do our best. This city must be to its former glory. We must bring Mangaung to be where it was, and that will do.
Meanwhile, the DA in the Free State has slammed the visit by the Deputy President as a PR stunt designed to distract the public from his scandals and the ANC's destruction of the province. Aphumelele Mdlalane, SABC News, Bloemfontein.
While cricket fans are celebrating South Africa's recent World Test and Legends Championship wins, another national side is hard at work preparing for a Cricket World Cup. The Proteas women are determined to continue flying the South African flag on the international stage.
African women have reached the semi-finals of the previous two tournaments in 2017 and 2022. They set on going one better and feature in the final of the prestigious event. They've already played in the finals of the T20 edition in 2023 and 24. Head coach Mandla Mashimbi, who took over from Hilton Moreng in December last year, is happy with how preparations are going.
I think, the one thing that we try to do with this squad is to reinforce the camaraderie, the cohesion of the team, and that's going really well. And also in terms of how they've responded to my methods, and that's also was a nice thing. And I'm a coach that wants to help players find a way to help themselves. And I think in terms of the work that we've put in the last few months, they've certainly responded well to that.
But conditions on the subcontinent can be challenging. Mashimbi says it has been key for the coaching staff to expose players to those conditions. This year, they've already visited Sri Lanka and the West Indies. South Africa will face England in Bengaluru in their opening match on the 3rd of October. The tournament will conclude with the final on the 2nd of November. Liesel Willifier, SABC News, Pretoria.
Well, with that, let's cross over to the weather desk. Your weather details are up next.
Thank you very much and a very warm welcome to the weather desk. Now let's take a quick look at what to expect in our weather details for this evening going into tomorrow. A cold front has made landfall over the central parts of the country, bringing in some scattered showers and thunder showers over parts of the Eastern Cape, extending into the southern and western regions of the Western Cape province, going all the way into the western parts of the Northern Cape, and isolated as you move further into the Northern Cape, parts of the Western Cape province, as well as the central and eastern parts of the Eastern Cape. The eastern provinces can expect clear skies for the rest of today. Now, looking into tomorrow, that cold front has moved further east and bringing in some light snowfalls over the Lesotho Mountains and high-lying areas of the Eastern Cape. Scattered showers and rain expected over most parts of the Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, parts of the Free State, as well as the eastern regions of the Northern Cape. Isolated as you move into parts of Mpumalanga, the Northern Cape, and parts of the Eastern Cape and KwaZulu-Natal. We do have a yellow level 1 warning for damaging waves along the south coast of the Western Cape, as well as the west coast of the country for tonight and tomorrow, with severe thunderstorms expected over the central interior for the rest of tomorrow. Minimum temperatures are expected to remain fairly cold for most parts of the country. 3 in Bethlehem, 6 in Johannesburg, 9 up north in Messina, 9 here in Gqeberha, Cape Town, 8. It will be a -2 in Sutherland overnight. Maximum temperatures to warm up quite nicely in Johannesburg with a maximum of 22, 23 in Pretoria, Sutherland cold with a maximum of 9. That's all from the weather desk.
That concludes our time together this evening. Much gratitude for joining us. Until next time, good night. Wetso.